Oh, there we go. There we go. Watch this ad. That's right. I have ad block turned off on Twitch.
You want a medal?
Yes. I said I do. Say you're best.
I said everyone could definitely. Gotta wait for that ad before I can watch Dom play. Oh good, the ad must be over. I mean, yes, the ad has been used.
I forgot that this proverb exists, like, entirely.
Is that what exists? Yeah. Bird's possibly the most one of the most common. That, and you can just like fly around and just like blow things up. Like it's like you're not like on a rail or anything. You're just like, okay, I'm just gonna go straight and like, or like I have like a big circle. I just fly around and shoot lasers and stuff.
Alright, and now you're just fucking Kamehameha-ing everything.
Stop shooting at me for like 5 seconds.
No. No, they've all got to keep shooting at you.
That is the unfortunate part about playing this play. Like, oh, by the way, enemies can attack you from every direction at the same time, and they respawn. You're like, oh, okay.
Excellent. They respawn?
Or at the very least, like, when you, like, a lot of the missions are like, destroy this many things. Okay, you did it. Oh, some more have shown up. You have to defeat them. But, like, when they do, other creatures also show up, so, like, things will just appear behind you, and you're like, alright, guess I need to turn around very slowly and kill them before they kill me. Even though I have 30 hearts, and this shouldn't, like, it should take them a while.
Yeah. I mean, you had a lot of hearts.
Yeah. I think it's, actually, no, I think it's 45, because I think it's 15 per row.
Alright, I think I had some topics to talk about. Oh, did you see the new Legos?
No.
Oh yeah, I did.
But I'm immediately interested.
Yeah. There's Pride Legos now.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I agree. Yep. I immediately was like, that's super dope. I kind of want one. But I also, so the way it is it's a very small set. It's like 9 or 10 minifigures that are all one particular color.
Yeah.
And they are designed to stand on this basically rainbow background. So it's just basically a rainbow flag made out of minifigures and flat pieces.
Okay, yeah, so it's very basic, but like...
It's very basic, but it exists.
Yes.
At all.
And...
But I kinda, when I first saw it, I was like, that's really cool. I want 13 of them so I can, like, take the pieces apart and make my own pride flags. So I can, like, alright, cool, you know, this is really cool. Screw all these other colors, let's make an ace flag, and let's make...
Because that's the thing is, like, I'd hope they have more than, like, just rainbow.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem is that there's just so many flags, and not even, like... While there is a standardized flag for most of them, not even everyone in each community
Yeah.
uses that flag, because there's other ones that they use for the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So, at a certain point, it gets a little crazy. But it would have been a little cool if they had, maybe not like add extra minifigures, because if you don't know, like, minifigures are all the cost of Legos.
Oh, really?
Like on the resale market, a single minifigure starts at $6.
Jeez.
and that's, it just goes up from there. So you can tell the value of a Lego set, like whether it's in value based off of, like, you look at how many minifigures are in it, and times that by 6, and if the cost of the thing is anywhere close to that, then it's fair, basically. There were some Lego sets I've seen though that, like, I've seen people jump on, because it's like, oh yeah, here's this $30 set, but there's 12 minifigures in it. Like, cool. That's a $3 minifigure. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's cute.
But, like, even if they didn't, because this comes with a minifigure that is a solid color of each color of the rainbow, and like maybe not have like extra ones for that, but give us like extra flat pieces that we could make the other things.
Yeah. Like, at least, like, just get a bunch of those to, like, as a make-your-own flag kind of thing. It's like, there's a lot of flags,
Yeah.
and they use a lot of colors, sure, but, like, I mean, I don't know, there's a couple of flags that are, like, pretty, like, not, like pretty common and also not contested.
Yeah. But also, like, the colors that they have are most of the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just pulled it up. It's it goes black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green. I guess like blue, purple, light blue, white, and pink. So you could do almost any of the flags with those colors.
Yeah. So, did you say there was purple in there?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah.
Like, just going through some of the flags, you've got light blue, white, and pink
Yep.
at the very end, so that's transgender. You have Ace is pink, purple, and blue. We got those. Pan is pink, yellow, and light blue. Okay, we got those. Non-binary is yellow, white, purple, black. You got those.
We've got
Like,
the
Oh yeah.
black, blue, white, pink. This is my flag. How do I not know this? To be fair, it's like a weird selection of colors to me.
Top down, it's pink, white. I'd call this, well, it's magenta, it's fuchsia, but you could do purple instead. Pink, white, purple, black, blue for gender fluid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's generally written as purple, but it's like that specific purple, which is like
Yeah.
like fuchsia sounds correct.
It's at least on the first picture I found of it, it's absolutely 100% fuchsia.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's like a
But another one I
highly
found is
saturated.
closer to purple. Yeah.
Yeah, that picture's a little bright.
Yeah, I looked at another one
Yeah.
and it was But also, like, the one I guess we're both looking at, the transgender pride is like way faded out.
Oh, real? Oh, hold on. I have to look at that.
Yeah. Now, I guess the one thing it doesn't have is gray, so you couldn't do the ace flag.
Yeah.
But
But Lego does just in general have gray pieces, so
yeah.
it would be hard to throw in some extras.
Try playing this best. Because I like every character has like their training mission to do, and I'm just like, I guess I'll just do his real quick and hope it works because he's dumb as shit. Like, I hate that the first tooltip you get is press X to treat your taste buds to the glory that is the mighty banana, and you're like, all right, I'm good actually. Eating bananas will prevent you from throwing a tantrum for a time, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? What does that mean?
Why does that mean that?
Yeah, how many mechanics does this one shitty character have?
Ooh, looking at the minifigures that come with it, they are pretty dang cool. Like they each, I mean, sure, they're all just solid color of whatever color, but they all have very unique hairs. Like,
Oh, interesting.
Oh, you're right.
and like the black and brown side of it is all like very ethnic hair colors.
Oh, good.
Yeah. That was. I'm a Lego slut. I'm a slut for Legos, and I want this set
Did you say
now
you're a slut
just
for
for the
Legos?
hair. I am. Dude, I still buy Legos.
I mean, like, I
relatively
don't, but
regularly.
It's mostly because I wouldn't have anywhere to like put them or like do stuff with them. But I love them. Like, I will love them till the day I die. Like,
Yeah.
I had to like actually stop myself recently because I had started looking into Bionicle lore again and remembered that I need to not because that's gonna be a deep divers at some point.
Yeah. I mean, like, in the past 6 months, I guess, walked in a store. I think we were at Target for no reason at all. Just wandered around, and we were on that side of town, so we go and we look at the $5 section, the $5 or less.
Yeah.
And you know, we wandered back to the kids' toys because we're still children.
Yeah.
And saw a really cool Lego set for an ice cream truck. And I'm like, that's cool. I really like that. It's not that big. It like opens up, but it comes with ice cream. All right, we'll get it.
Wait, it comes with actual ice cream?
No.
That would be a great way to sell that set.
Oh, dude, it would.
It also comes with like a pint of ice cream, which is weird because it would mean that they would have to put the Lego set in the freezer. Or they would have to like have a separate like freezer specifically for the ice cream when you buy that.
Yeah. Shortly after that, we took one of our yearly trips to IKEA to pick up furniture and stuff. And the first thing we saw, like you go up the escalator and it opens and they've got the display, and right there, IKEA branded Legos. And I don't mean faux Legos that are, you know, IKEA's Dungelbots and it's, you know, rip-off Legos. No, these are Lego brand Legos that are IKEA
Well, you know how much I hate that you pronounce it like that.
You mean correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
What country do you think you're in?
America. So we had to get that because it's weird.
Yeah, that's super weird.
And then, recently, we were at another store, and we saw that they're doing Legoland themed Lego sets. So, they're like Lego sets around some of the rides at Legoland. And I've been to Legoland, California.
I forgot that that's a
It
thing.
was the happiest. It was the happiest day of my life. And one of the things that I did there was I got my driver's license because I went to the Lego driving school, and I still have that.
Good. Be disappointed if you didn't.
And it's like I've done free driving things in the past, or like driving rides places, but almost every time, A, it's on rails,
Yeah.
and B, they're like, all right, time to go drive. Let's teach you how to drive fast, and then they have a race car driver come on the screen and tell you stuff that doesn't matter at all,
Yeah.
and then you go and you sit in the track and give them the car goes.
Yeah.
In Legoland driving school, they're Lego cars, obviously.
You're like, at Legoland, they put you behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler.
Yeah. At Legoland driving school, they put you in a Honda Fit. They said,
Oh, okay,
go
so
at
my
it.
car.
You have a Fit?
Yeah.
Okay. They're good little cars.
They're really nice, actually.
Yeah, they really are.
My favorite thing about them is that, like the name implies, they legitimately fit in, like, everywhere. It's so easy to park.
Oh, I know. My
Also-
parents have one, and they had it even when I lived there, so sometimes I would drive it places, and it was the easiest car to park at.
Yeah.
The other thing about it is that, like, they are deceptively roomy.
Yes.
Like you can
way more
fit
than you would
a
expect.
whole lot of things in there.
Oh, yeah.
I can fit more things. I mean, Prius is different, but it's the same style of car. I can fit way more in my Prius than I ever could in my sedan.
Yeah, actually doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Because they
But, like, the
actually
sedan
go flat.
feels
like they
larger.
go full box. So there's less external. They take up less space outside, but
Yes.
they maximize space inside.
But anyways, like you go through a full driving lesson. Like here's the rules of the road. Here's how to just don't go run red lights. Come to a full stop at stop signs, stuff like that. It was a little boring, but I was excited because I was in Legoland.
Yeah.
And then after you go through that, they take you out on a Lego driving place and you get in the car. It is not on rails. You are by yourself in a car that you drive where you want to. And if you goof off, they come and throw you out of the car. But like they cut that out quickly. But like it's like a legitimate driving thing.
That's super cool.
Yeah. So I got my driver's license. Walked around this year, found a Lego set. It's the Legoland Driving School Lego set.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was like, well, how could I not buy this? Like, seriously, there's no way I can't buy this. Lego's
Lego's great. What I remember, they're actually a pretty decent company, because like they also like, I think they are. I don't remember if they've already done it or if they are set to within the next couple years make all of the like plastic biodegradable that they use.
I know they've changed their plastic already, at least once. I don't know if they've changed it to being biodegradable or if it was to a lesser, like a better form of plastic that didn't cause as much trouble.
The thing that matters is that they're changing their brand to be more like environmentally friendly, regardless of the fact that they basically don't really have any competition that matters.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
could just not do that and have no problem.
Yeah, and also, like, this is a company that literally their product is just death to the environment.
Yeah, like...
I mean, it's microplastics. Like, it's the worst thing to make. However, they're actually, you know, so many other companies are like, man, screw it. But they actually are doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, let's take petroleum products and turn them into plastics. Small plastics.
Which again, like, matters to me a lot because, again, they pretty much don't have competition that matters.
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
I improved on perfection.
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of like the fact, so, Mega Bloks, obviously, far inferior.
Yeah.
But I like that they learned. Like, Mega Bloks has learned that they will never, ever be able to actually combat Lego.
Yeah.
But instead of giving up, they're like, well, what if we just carved out a different niche? And Mega Bloks is all the... They'd like to call themselves some mature Legos, but... but
I don't like...
Legos aren't
that
something you
sound.
mature out of.
Oh,
So,
yeah, okay.
But
So
they're-
that, and I was like,
they're-
what, it's just like the Legos, but with like huge
yeah,
pedals.
hardcore. Yeah.
What do you mean mature?
It's things like, you know, where Lego goes, hey, let's have fun with the Marvel Avengers and Star Wars,
Yeah.
and they're like, hey, let's do Call of Duty, and
Oh yeah, what a great.
Halo. let's do Halo, or let's do they did a Destiny run at
See,
one point.
there's no way
I'd love
Lego
to
could
do
have
that.
Really?
like.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
just
I'm not a huge fan of them, but I want that.
I like. There's no way Halo or Lego could have done Halo though, because when you take off Master Chief's helmet, there would have to be a same-sized helmet underneath it. I don't know why that happened in a cutscene, but apparently it just does. I mean, it's like a pan away or like a dark like it's like a dark transition.
Fade to Black.
Yeah, fade to black, and apparently in the files he just like pulls off his helmet and there's just another exactly same size helmet underneath the first helmet.
I mean, I don't have a whole lot of Mega Bloks. I had like a castle set a long time ago. That was like OG Mega Bloks. They've changed drastically since then. But I have since acquired some, like, I have a Halo spaceship Mega Block. Halo 5. I saw Halo and it was at the Goodwill, and I was like, cool, I'll buy it for $2. I've never played Halo 5, but someday I might.
Will you?
Yeah, probably. I think, isn't it part of the Master Chief Collection?
I have no idea what the Master Chief Collection is.
It's like the Crash Bandicoot remaster, and the Skyrim remaster. scratching thing. All the games are getting remastered now.
Yeah.
There's
And,
a
like-
Mass Effect remaster.
I would probably.
Millennials are finishing their unpaid internships and getting paid jobs, and
That's not
therefore
true.
have money, and therefore are the market now.
I don't know what you've been smoking.
Yeah, I have no idea where you
And
think.
getting paid jobs.
Well, think about it. They all graduated college a few years back and took on a couple-year internships that didn't get paid to gain experience. So, internships are ending, they have the experience.
I mean, you're talking about the very tail end of the millennial generation.
You're arguing that none of the millennials have paying jobs? Because the fact that Gen Z exists is kind of proof against that.
I thought Gen Z came from
Yeah. Or it came from.
the
Gen
boomers were the
Y?
last generation to want to make kids. Gen Y is millennials.
Oh, is it? Okay, I thought Y and millennials were different. And I know
And
they're.
no, Z, for the most part, Z comes from X. With
X, that's what I'm thinking.
later Y. Yeah.
Because, like, it's like there are two generational tracks. Like, there's something between boomers and millennials. Because, like, otherwise, trying to define a, like, trying to define that would just be like, wow, there's a very weird cutoff suddenly where, like, your older brother is a boomer and you're a millennial, which would be wild.
My parents' family, like my extended family is boomer. The halfway point between boomer and Gen X, because there's like a halfway generation,
Yeah.
transitional generation. I'm trying to remember what it's. Dysentery.
What?
What?
Oregon Trail generation. It's the Oregon Trail generation because they grew up on the border for like they remember computers not existing like at all for a good portion of their life, but they
It's
were
like a generation between X and Y.
no, because X still uses computers.
Yeah, this would be the generation between boomer and millennial, is what you mean, right?
They're boomer and X. It goes boomer, X, millennial, Z.
Okay.
Boomers are Gen W.
When did this start? Like,
Yeah.
was there a thing we called Gen A at some point?
Gen A. I think that was
Did I walk into
Forrest Gump.
something? Didn't know.
Yes.
Pretty sure Forrest Gump is boomer though, or like right above it.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
he's
above it.
definitely above it. He would be my grandfather's
Your grandfather knows Forrest Gump?
era. No, but he probably did go to the Bubba Gump. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family's comprised of Boomer, the Oregon Trail Gen X, and Gen Y. So 3.5 generations. It's weird. So I went to the doctor today.
Okay.
I hadn't been to
Yeah, millennial.
a doctor at all in probably around 4 years now.
Yeah, I've been there too.
And like that's like hadn't seen a doctor at all.
Yeah.
And it's probably been about 8 years since I've actually had a physical. Because all the times in between that I had been was like, in the span of those 4 years, I saw the doctor 5 times at the urgent care because I had pneumonia again and again. Having lung problems is not fun.
No.
But, yeah, it's been a while. So I was like, you know, I should probably go to the doctor. Just to make sure that everything still works.
That's why I don't go, because I know it doesn't work, and I don't want to be reminded of that in specifics.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have done that.
As a quick aside, go see a doctor, everyone. Don't actually do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still
no,
do
don't.
try to go. I just have anxiety about it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Basically same.
With all the health issues in my family, though, it's... I knew I needed to go. I knew I didn't want to. One, because, like...
I mean, no one wants to go.
It's
anyway.
the doctors. Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
it's a fun outing no matter what they say. Like, even if you're perfectly healthy, it's not like, yes, get to go see the doctor today.
Oh,
Yeah,
prodded,
no.
stabbed, and stared at.
Do you know what doctor you go to that you think you get, like, a shot every time you go?
Oh. See... Do I say this?
I don't
Or do I not say it so that you can have less anxiety to go? Now that I've mentioned it, though, you're going to be anxious about what I'm not saying, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. When you reach the age that you're at now, when you go in for your physical, they draw blood for tests and stuff.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, is that
So,
an every time
you're-
thing? I
you're
thought
getting
because
poked.
it hadn't been in like 8 years.
Yeah, that's
No,
what I thought the same
that's-
thing. Like, oh
That's
yeah,
a
that makes
pretty
sense.
regular thing from what I hear.
Because I got my blood drawn the last time I went to the doctor, which was like 6 years ago, because college required me to have a physical before being there. So they drew blood then. I assume next time I go to the doctor, which will never happen, they'll draw blood because of how long it's been. But I don't think I think if you're doing it every single year, they don't necessarily draw blood every single year.
I think they do.
And John, what experience do you have to make you think this?
Talking to other people about going to the doctors. And yes, people that aren't just my boomer parents.
Wait, people
Yeah.
other than your boomer parents have time to go to the doctor?
That's the other reason I don't go. It takes way too much time. Especially with anxiety, because then one appointment means that's your whole day.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. It's just like, oh man, I have one thing to do today. God, I guess I can't do anything until 4 o'clock when my appointment is.
Well, my appointment was at
Oh, my
9:15
appointments are
this
always
morning.
stupidly early.
Yes, but
Yeah.
my
Mine are
point
always
is
at like 8 o'clock.
my point is the idea of I have something to do late in the day, therefore the entirety of my day up until then is forfeit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, 9:15, and I went and I did it, and I came home, and like the rest of the day was still shot because
Yeah.
I was still like recovering. Like they didn't do anything bad to me, but
It just you gotta recover. Like it's just how it is.
Oh yeah.
now they did do one thing which I'm a little miffed at.
Put the finger up there, huh?
I should be. I am. So
I'm more than a little miffed.
So they did not do the blood draw in house because they don't have a lab there.
Yeah.
So they sent us across the street, or sent me, because I was just.
Yeah, you just told me about it
I don't.
afterwards.
I
was
don't
angry.
need my mommy to go to the doctor anymore.
It's weird that you call her, that you call your wife your mommy, but like. Okay.
Really disturbed by that.
I didn't say I was with you.
No, but I had
never
just
once.
referenced that I wasn't there, so the only we were
Yeah.
talking about at that moment were you and I, and then you're
No.
like, mommy, mommy. I'm like,
The only we you were talking about.
Dom, what we did you think he meant until he said mom?
I mean, obviously you, because that's the one that I said out
That's the
loud.
one. So, went across the street to get my blood drawn at the lab. They sent me to this one particular place. Went in, waited in line. They drew 3 vials of blood from me, and then I went home. And then they called me and said, "Oh, oops. Turns out that your insurance won't cover this particular lab because we don't accept that type of plan. So you can either pay for this out of pocket, which will cost 3 times what the insurance will, or you could just tell us to throw this away and we'll just sweep it all under the rug, and you can tell your doctor and he'll send you to the correct one."
And what you should have done is say, actually, instead of that, I want it back. Because that's my blood. You can't just not give it back. That's mine. It has my DNA in it.
So I told them to toss it because I don't want to pay a mystery cost of
Yeah.
3 times what it should be, and so yeah, I get to get my blood drawn again at some point somewhere else. Oh well.
I was really expecting you to be like, yeah, they did this one thing that was like really nipped about it in my physical. They took out like a rubber glove, and I'm like, you know what? Let's actually not talk about what they did.
Why
with
would
that.
Why would I be miffed about that? Sounds like fun.
I don't know if you know how that works.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that people who like that kind of thing don't usually be like, hell yeah, I can't wait to go to the doctor and get some random person's finger up my butt for like 30 seconds at most.
You do understand that that's how most of those people learn that they're those people?
Really? Wow, they need to explore more.
I agree, but yeah, that's a very common thing, is people discovering.
Wild, because I have the opposite problem of that. That was not a pleasant situation. So how are you guys?
Wait, so do they do that at every physical?
No, but I think at a certain age
No.
it starts to be like a yearly maybe thing.
Well, I know
Not
physicals
necessarily
tend to be
annually,
yearly.
but like semi-annually.
Does that mean twice a year or once every 2 years?
I was thinking so. Not every year, twice a year.
Yeah.
That's so much better.
Not
thank
every
you.
year, weekly. Every time you go to the doctor, they will put a finger up there.
And then your doctor's just
Sign me up! I mean, yeah, that doctor is just hecka into
John, if that's how you feel about it, just like get a vibrator. It's probably cheaper, and it has more things it can do.
says I don't already.
Then you shouldn't be interested in going to the doctor for that reason. Yeah, don't you love going to the doctor? He's like, hey, I need you to take that out first.
Oh. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee there are people that go in like full fetish gear. They're like, I need. You're gonna have to like unchain all of that in order for you to turn your head off. Like, come on.
Okay, so now I'm a little bit confused. You said at a certain point in life. So, does that mean that despite all the references to that particular examination, like, neither of you have actually done it because you're not there yet?
Oh no, I've had it, I think once. As like part of something, I don't remember.
Okay.
But
it's
like,
not an examination they're gonna do to me, so I honestly have no idea. This is really a question.
I ain't there yet. Give
yeah,
me
I don't, like, I'm not there either, I don't think.
They just did it for fun.
No, there was like
No.
some, it was
There-
like,
occasionally situations call for it, and that's
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay. Again, not trying to get into your medical history.
No, you're
I
fine.
don't know.
this is one of those things that I'm like, it's not like I care or I'm embarrassed about it. I, like,
I'm trespassing, just...
no, you're fine. Because, like, this is the kind of thing that I was like, yeah, I would rather people talk about this so that if I were watching a stream, I would know what to expect in situations. Isn't it great when you hear things from people and then you know what's going to happen in your life?
Did you see the recent really cool tweet about Mass Effect? The only thing I can possibly say good about BioWare and Mass Effect.
No.
So there's a tweet about this person's cousin worked on Mass Effect like 2 years before she transitioned, and when the game came out, previous made.
Yeah.
She doesn't work at BioWare anymore,
Oh, and they still changed
but
it?
they still changed it in the credits for the Legendary Edition.
Well, that's very good of them.
That's freaking cool.
That's very, like, surprising for EA, who generally doesn't like that many gay people in their game in general.
Yeah.
I will fight for Hyrule.
That was something I saw and I was like,
Indeed.
that's cool.
You know what? Good on you, EA.
This is what it should be. What other games is BioWare? I mean the really old
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age. Cool War.
I don't think I remember that they did KOTOR, but that makes sense.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate is what
They did Baldur's Gate?
yep. Baldur's Gate.
Wasn't there a very, like, recent Baldur's Gate?
I will fight for
I mean,
Hyrule.
they re-released Baldur's Gate.
Did they, like, remaster it or something?
Yeah, it's been remastered
I will fight for
within the
Hyrule.
last 4 years.
Well, yeah, that's because we have full-time jobs.
Uh-huh. Yeah, all of us.
Yeah, we're out of our unpaid internships that we all had.
Because all of us graduated college.
Yep. I did have a unpaid.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Oh, that one. I was thinking of the other internship. Like, you weren't
No,
paid
not
for
the
that.
hell
You
one.
weren't compensated for it, but you were paid.
Fight for Hyrule.
Oh, the good one was unpaid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like this.
But I also didn't have hours there, so
Yeah.
it was an internship that was like, hey, come in when you want to, work when you want to, go home when you want to. Yeah. I'm just happy that anyone cares.
I have done it.
They did Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter Nights, KOTOR, Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood.
What?
What?
You say Sonic Chronicles?
Indeed.
didn't know Sonic ever joined the Assassin's Guild.
For Nintendo DS. You get to even yourself.
Feel my power.
Oh. I get it.
Okay.
I connected the two dots.
You know, so, you didn't connect shit.
Dark Brotherhood.
I'm fine.
Oh! They did the Old Republic.
I mean, that makes sense. They did Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah. But the Old Republic is a very different game.
Yeah, there's other people
Considering
on it.
from what I understand, KOTOR was good.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
And Star Wars The Old Republic was an MMORPG. From 2011.
Now, we're not saying all MMOs are bad. However, I will say MMOs pretty suck in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't have a problem with MMOs. They're just like a different type of game. But like, due to its like, I guess due to what an MMO has to be, it tends to have like issues like issues with like grinding and things like that like you generally wouldn't want in a game.
And also, just as a matter of scale, it doesn't allow for the same depth in other games.
Yeah.
Now, like, there's definitely, in like World of Warcraft, there's strategic and tactical depth. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that, like, when you're out in the world, you can't do things that you can in other games. Like, you're not going to be able to run around in WoW or most of these games and play like Breath of the Wild does. It just doesn't work that way.
I mean, I guess Genshin Impact kind of is that, but it's like MMO, but it's like you join others for missions, not like running around in
I
the
was gonna
world.
say, what would Destiny be considered?
I mean, it's an MMO, but it's like,
First-person shooter.
yeah.
But it's
Okay, but
online multiplayer.
okay. Here's the difference
Yeah,
between.
I don't know if it's massively.
Yeah. Okay, so
Why didn't?
it is an MMO, but the differences in it that change it is like you do not go to an overworld where you run around like a continent-sized map with thousands of other people loaded in at any given time in big cities and stuff like that. You have one area where you see other people, or like, and then when you go to like planets or zones, you'll see them there. But like, it doesn't have that same like huge field kind of feel that like most MMOs traditionally have.
Okay.
It's not as massively. I mean, here's where I would say,
Bigly
as a
online
first-person
multiplayer.
shooter, it is pretty massive, but at the same time, like, battle royales exist, so 6 to 12 people in a zone is nowhere close to 100 fucking people in a zone.
Yeah.
You get the Master
That
Koga seal of
Fortnite
approval.
is the true MMORPG or MMOFPS. They did Warhammer Online Wrath of Heroes as well. How many Warhammer universes are there? There's Warhammer Fantasy, there's Warhammer 40k. Cool.
What's cool?
Just the silence.
You expect me to know?
I don't actually know a lot about Warhammer.
Me either.
I know
because-
about the orcs.
Yes. I know some things about the orcs.
Yeah.
Specifically, I know about the orcs
Hi.
and like 3 or 4 colors, and that's it.
Yeah.
Huh?
I know that there's a specific clan, I believe, of orcs whose tusks are like naturally gold, and since like teeth are sort of their currency because they fall out and just regrow, then because gold is also worth more, then they just are like the richest clan. See, that's about what I know.
Cool.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's on our deep divers list at some point.
Won't be me.
Honestly, I think it would be better if it is. I think
Oh.
the one thing that, like, so I enjoy what we do with deep divers, but, like, the unfortunate thing that it misses over is the idea that, like, some of the original idea of this was also, and the people talking about it, like, neither of them know what it is, and we just have to both figure it out via the wiki. Because, you know, whenever you, like, get into a new hobby and you don't know what's happening, you just go to the wiki, and then 3 hours later you either know everything or have barely scratched the surface.
Or you've given up.
Yeah.
I'm your best guy.
Let's see. There's in 40K. There's the Imperium of Man.
This
There's
looks quite
chaos.
satisfying.
Just chaos. There's the Necrons,
Mmm, looks tasty.
which you'd think would be undeads, but they're actually just androids.
Interesting.
What a treat.
The Eldari, which are high elves.
I mean,
I have
the
never
name
heard
sounds
of
like
the
it would be high
Eldari.
elves.
Yeah, I run into like Warhammer 40K propaganda on Reddit all the time, and I've never once heard of the Eldari.
Even the Yiga clan.
Apparently
who
nobody
vehemently
gives a shit
opposed
about
the
them.
heroes, now joined them in
And then the
strength.
orcs.
Finally,
Tyranids?
people of Hyrule
Yep, that is a
showed
word I have
justice.
heard.
Just
Okay.
as hope had begun to shine.
You have?
Zelda
I
received
haven't.
An urgent message.
Basically,
The
all I can
Ta'au.
do to help is I think you
Forces
pronounced
were
that
locked
word
in
correctly.
close battle on the Great Plateau. Heeding
There's the
their call,
Ta'au,
the princess rushed
which
immediately to
are
their aid.
apparently avatars. Holy shit, they're Avatar, but like they're both Avatar together.
I don't know what the fuck you are talking about or what it means.
The Ta'au are a race of blue-skinned aliens.
Oh, that avatar.
I scroll down a bit, and then it says they are divided into 5 endogamous castes: the
Alright.
ethereals who
Our
rule,
fight isn't
the
over.
fire caste, the air
We must
caste, the
hurry.
water caste, and
I'm
the earth
sorry,
caste.
They're both.
But
They're,
it's
They're
both
avatars.
even if we left right away.
Blah, blah, blah. I just so happen to have good news to share. Go ahead and behold!
The
That's
tower.
wild.
See that terminal
that
over
happen?
there? I used it to fiddle with the control unit, the one that's in the castle. And of course, I was successful. I managed to reactivate all of the towers. Impressive, right? Yeah! Check it. Let's all hurry to the Sheikah Tower.
Huh? Why there?
I also upgraded the teleportation functionality.
Just like that? Now that's a feat.
Well, to be
Oh
fair,
gosh.
it's not all me.
And then I went over to look at
Ancient tech
Warhammer
built into our friend.
regular.
Anyway, now we should be able to travel to any tower in Hyrule
Like,
in a
alright,
flash.
so there's like
Or to anywhere, really.
6 or 7 factions in 40K.
Let us
How many
go.
are there here? There's the Beastmen, the Bretonia, the Daemons of Chaos, the Dark Elves, the Dwarfs, the Empire, High Elves, Lizardmen, Ogre Kingdoms, Orcs and Goblins, Skaven, Tomb Kings, Vampire Counts, Warriors of Chaos, Wood Elves, Chaos Dwarves, Dogs of War, Kislev, Fimir.
I see you're still naming things.
I know. Question is, do you do Warhammer or Warhammer 40K?
I think
You
we
have to pick.
I think
I'd love to just do both.
you have to do them
That would
concurrently,
be
where
way
like
too
every
long.
time you give me like a bit of lore from that one, you just have to be like, all right, now we go back to the other timeline. So sort of like you did with
No,
the Fire Emblem Continent.
Yeah. I would do it that way where it's like, alright, so let's start with Warhammer, cool, and then the history tends to like dwindle off. We don't know anything. Let's skip forward 40,000 years.
So what you're saying is, this year for Extra Life, we do a portion of the day on deep divers. Just like a nice 6-hour deep divers.
A real-time deep divers where it's just like John has done no prep work whatsoever, and it is time to learn all of it. Don't say ooh like it's a good idea.
But it's funny.
If we did that, it would have to be on something that I actually find interesting. It couldn't be 40k.
Are you ready for Sonic 2?
Oh, the movie? I was like, Sonic 2's been out, bro.
I know.
That was on like Genesis.
Played it on the Sega Genesis a really hell of a long time ago.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe they're remastering it.
They're remastering it for the theaters. I am excited for Sonic 2 because I'm interested to see what they do with Tails.
Yeah.
I'm not interested to see what Jim Carrey continues to do to Eggman.
Man,
I guess he's actually Robotnik in the movie.
Master Koga.
I feel like they went with that, even though
I
that's
think
not.
he's both.
But like Robotnik isn't Eggman's name in actual canon. That was a thing that the American versions of Sonic games did, but like that was never like that was never supposed to actually be part of Eggman's name or identity.
Yeah.
You are the egg.
I'm pretty sure there's a reference to him being an Eggman at the end. Something like that.
I
They
mean,
make references to that, but his name is Ivo Robotnik.
yeah. Which means he's based specifically off of Sonic Adventure 2 Eggman, because I think that is the only game where he is called Ivo Robotnik.
So yeah, we're gonna get Miles, but we're also
Yeah,
gonna
Miles
get
per hour.
Knuckles.
oh.
Yeah, Miles, Tails, Prower. But we're getting Knuckles too.
I mean, like, I'm excited to see that as well. Because they only briefly showed Echidnas in the first movie, and it was just kind of like an Easter egg kind of thing, rather than like an actual important thing.
Probably gonna have the Chaos Emeralds.
That would be... Okay. If they do, that would probably mean we get Super Sonic, and that sounds cool. It would be weird if they brought in the Emeralds, but not Super Sonic. Also, I've realized I actually hope that like, it does well enough that they just keep making them until eventually they just have to be like, I guess Shadow's here now? Because, like, movie version of Shadow the Hedgehog sounds like it could be the funniest possible thing.
Oh, you know what I hope they do if they do that?
What?
They do a callback, and cause like Robotnik built Shadow,
Yeah.
so he's starting to
Well,
build him.
his grandfather did it.
What?
It was either his grandfather or his father. Ivo Robotnik did not make Shadow.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, it was a Robotnik, but it wasn't that Robotnik. Because
it up. to
Because
see-
Robotnik finds him at the beginning of the first game and like breaks him out of like prison, essentially.
The wiki for Shadow the Hedgehog. Sonic.fandom.com. Hedgehog. Created as the ultimate life form by Gerald Robotnik.
Yeah, that's it. Zero Robotnik.
It's created by Gerald Robotnik. 50 years later, Shadow was released by Dr. Eggman.
Yeah. See, that's what's wild is like Gerald Robotnik is a character in that game, and I believe that that is supposed to be his name, and I believe that he is supposed to be like a ancestor, you know, remote ancestor of Eggman, but Eggman is not supposed to have Robotnik in his name whatsoever.
Also, Gerald Robotnik just looks like Eggman.
Yeah, he's like Eggman, but like straight jacket crazy.
It's like the picture of him is just Eggman, but sentient. Because that happened in the past. That's it.
Yeah.
He was a human scientist, the grandfather of Maria Robotnik and Dr. Eggman.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Maria Robotnik. That's Shadow's best line, where he just yells Maria a lot.
Anyways, I wanted it to be like Ivo's building Shadow, and he's basically just like Sonic except painted black. But as he's going through it, he like builds it, but he's built it the way the original Sonic movie was designed for Sonic.
Oh god.
And he does that, and he's like, no, this is terrible. Let's fix that.
He's like,
And
oh
change
god,
it
it's horrifying. Why would anyone think this is the right one?
And I can absolutely see them doing that.
Oh yeah. He's like, whatever executive thought that this was a good decision should be fired. And he's like, did they, hold on. Did they get a little too real? He's just like, I'm evil, but I would never unleash this upon the world. Looks directly into the camera for like 30 seconds.
Yeah. I do like some call-outs like that.
Oh,
some
agreed.
fourth wall breaks. Like, I really like the... it gets brought up all the time, but the one where the Joker is it's like, I owe what? Like $4 million? Alright, well, pay it up. It's the IRS. I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy enough to go against the IRS. Like, what the fuck?
I love, like, okay, I need more, like, superhero, supervillain, things like that. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I love the most, is when they're, like, it's not necessarily, like, super realistic, it's just, like, very clever and funny, and just doesn't care about being 100% serious. Like, there's a great episode of, I want to say it's Batman the Brave and the Bold, but, like, Joker, or the Riddler, like, helps the, like, main team solve some riddles that someone is, like, doing, and it's, he is out of the riddling business, but he's helping them because it's his shtick, and he doesn't like that someone else is doing it, and it turns out it's the Joker, and the final riddle is, like, there specifically so that the Riddler, like, can't, like, resist answering it, but if he does, then, like, Batman dies. And it's just, like, it's just wild and completely, like, not necessary, and it's just, like, the idea that the Riddler is, like, I'm done with this, I don't want to, like, be in this, like, business anymore, but I can't not answer this riddle. It's so obvious and no one else is doing it! There's also the time that the Joker met, Red Skull, I think, and, like, beat the shit out of him. And it's just like, yeah, I mean, I know I'm, like, insane and everything, but I'm still American. Fuck Nazis! And I'm just like, yeah.
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 Nice.
Yeah. That's right. The other best part of Brave and the Bold is the, like, 5-second mini story where, the Riddler, voiced by Mark Hamill, of course, assisted by, I want to say his name is like, I'm sorry, the Joker, voiced by Mark Hamill, and,
Yeah.
what is his name? It's like the Trickster or something like that. Also voiced by Mark Hamill, kidnaps Mark Hamill. And he gets himself out, or like gets them to crash the car by making them argue with each other by pretending to be them. And he is rescued by Swamp Thing, who is also played by Mark Hamill. So he played, so he played every single person in the short. I think during an interview asking about it, he said it was the only production he's ever been in where he was sleeping with the entire cast.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah,
that kind of,
Trickster.
like, dumb bullshit is the absolute best to me. I want that everywhere.
Scooby-Doo and Guess Who?
I think Scooby-Doo should
The
feature Sonic the
2019
Hedgehog for one episode.
Feature what?
Like, it should guest star Sonic the Hedgehog once.
It was one of
But,
the
like, why?
sketches on the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance.
Sonic's not a ghost.
Okay, yeah, but neither is fucking Don Knotts, but he was there.
Oh, he was?
I mean, they have, like, a lot of guest stars. The Harlem Globetrotters were there for, like, an episode.
Yeah.
They do a lot of cameos.
I really haven't seen very much Scooby-Doo.
I haven't seen any in a long time, but, like, that was a thing I remember of just, like, why is this person from, Andy Griffith in this TV show for children?
Okay, you said Don Knotts, and that's who I was thinking of was Barney, but I
Yep.
wasn't 100%. Okay.
That Don Knotts.
Okay. Oh gosh.
I found the picture of the Joker versus Red Skull. I may be a criminal lunatic, but I'm an American criminal lunatic. Keep back, boys. This creep is mine.
Yeah, like the fact that he's like, everyone back the fuck up. I'm taking him out myself. He's just like, I mean, for the first time ever, go Joker, I guess.
I don't have any more topics. I don't think we need to learn how to be crispy. I'm actually holding on to something that is visual, so I can't use
Did
that.
give you any weird subreddits this week, did I?
No, you didn't. I guess we could talk about light novels, because light novels are dope. Dom, I was looking at light novels because we might be doing a segment for Glowing Leaf Point. That we both read a chapter of I guess a light novel and talk about it. And so we were looking at light novels to get read. And one of the ones is Reincarnated as a Vending Machine.
Great title.
don't think
And
I
it's-
like it.
It's exactly that. It's
It's,
the
can you move?
main character. No, no, no. I know that much.
See, this
I-
already sounds like it's like bordering on kink territory. I don't know which kink or how, but I know that it's there.
I didn't read, like, obviously I don't have it, and I haven't looked up much of it because I wanted to go in fresh.
There's gonna be an entire chapter about how it feels to have someone's hand inside you to grab a
God.
knife. We're gonna talk about how good quarters feel in your slot. And it's like,
Ruined it already.
I did not. They did by making it. Question for you, slightly related. Do you know like anything about Death Note?
Very, very little.
Same. The character Light, is that the person who has the Death Note?
I thought Light was the demon.
No, that's like Ryu
What?
or something. Or Shinigami, probably.
Yeah, no. Light Yagami is the dude with the Death Note.
Okay, so the Death
And
Note.
you're right.
could-
It is Shinigami Ryuk.
Amazing. I've read like 2 pages of it before I got bored and taken it and left. And I apparently know that. Okay, so the Death Note could be considered a light novel then. Got it. Made the funny. Look, I like good anime and manga, so I've never read Death Note.
Same. Honestly, if I watch Death Note, it's gonna be the live action film. Cause I have a love-hate relationship with just absolute garbage films.
You really do.
What would you say is like? Give me like 3 of your favorite of like horrible like films.
Samurai Cop. Samurai Cop, by the way, ranks #1 there.
Okay.
It's the greatest terrible movie. Like it's a genuinely.
It's horrible.
Yeah, but it's so
We've
bad
watched it
it's
more than
good.
once.
Yeah, I've probably seen it 3 or 4 times now.
Watching it without me.
No, well, I mean, we did, I think.
I was hoping you'd be like in
No,
my head all the
When
time.
we watched it as a group, I was there. And when we watched it again as a group, I was there.
I thought you were. Let's see. I know I've seen it at least 3 times.
Are you counting Samurai Cop 2 as one of them?
No, I'm not counting
It
Samurai.
says-
Well, Samurai Cop 2 is pretty bad.
Love that they made a second one.
It's got the guy from Oh Hi Mark.
Oh, from The Room? Wait, it has
Yeah.
Tommy Wiseau?
Yes, it has Tommy Wiseau in the movie.
That's incredible.
Which is-
what a huge gift.
It is.
Of a horrible, horrible actor that everyone loves.
Samurai Cop 2, Deadly Vengeance. Barbarella's pretty bad.
I see.
Yeah, but we didn't like that one. I thought. You didn't
It's-
actually like that, did you?
I mean, it's bad, but like, it wasn't. I don't know. It's a special sort of so bad that it's good, but then it wrapped around to
It's-
being bad again.
It's so bad that it's so bad that it's good that it's bad. I'll be back in one
something
moment.
like that. Let's see. What are some other bad movies we've seen?
I mean, arguably, your favorite movies are bad.
Like what?
Men in Tights. Young Franken... Or no, whatchamacallit, Frankenstein?
Young Frankenstein was
Yeah, Young
correct, but
Frankenstein.
I don't think so.
But you're...
Mac and Me.
Have not seen that.
It is all thanks to this.
Mac and Me's pretty bad.
I have
This little
returned!
thing saved me.
I'm gonna say Mac and Me for one of them.
I haven't seen that one.
Do you want me to give you the rundown on Mac and Me?
Is it about a McDonald's burger?
Yes.
Oh, you told me about that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Now I remember you
Are you-
telling me about it.
For real, or are you fucking with me for real?
The game flopped at the box office and was universally panned by critics, partly due to plot lines similar to E.T., as well as its elaborate product placement of McDonald's,
Withdraw!
Skittles, and Coca-Cola.
Your heart, your boundless compassion.
So, basically, a family of
With
aliens
those precious gifts, you have saved my life. While I accused you
are
of evading
sucked into a NASA research probe
in
and
truth,
brought back to
perhaps I
Earth
was guilty of the same.
accidentally.
Forgive me.
The aliens escape the government base, and while most of the aliens run away and hide in a desert, the smallest one hides in a passing minivan occupied by single mother Janet Cruz and her two young sons. Who are going to Los Angeles, and
The heavy load you've shouldered all this time. From now on.
he survives off of Coca-Cola.
Zelda, you are my pride.
They all survive off of Coca-Cola
And
because they
indeed,
find the their family at
pride
a later
of
point. They're all
all
dying,
Hyrule.
and they rejuvenate them
With your
the refreshing power of Coca-Cola.
I believe you will seal away
There's a
Calamity
whole
Ganon.
This is
like
worse than product placement.
Now,
there's
let
a
us
whole
rally our forces for a
10-minute
final
segment
push.
where
Troops
one
from all
of the
regions
boys
shall
disguises
gather at Hyrule
Mac,
Field.
short for mysterious alien creature.
Alongside our
the
princess,
young alien that's
we will
stuck with him.
retake Hyrule
Disguises
Castle.
Mac as a teddy bear and takes him to a birthday party at a local McDonald's. It's like a 10-minute thing where it's just a birthday party in the McDonald's with Ronald and the Hamburglar and Grimace and they're all there for like 10 minutes.
And that's just what it is a birthday party?
It's just a birthday party
10 minutes of birthday party?
at McDonald's. And then eventually, the FBI tracked them down at the birthday party, and they have to escape. Yeah, it's horrible.
That sounds horrid.
It's widely regarded as one of the worst films ever made.
But how do you have a love-hate relationship with this movie? Do you enjoy it?
I enjoy making fun of it. Batman and Robin. Absolutely Batman and
Oh
Robin.
yeah, horrid movie. Love the bat nips.
Have I seen this?
I think so.
Okay.
Well done, my
This
friend.
is the one with Arnold.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What
made
killed the dinosaurs?
Yeah, I was gonna say
The Ice Age!
It's so funny, good and bad and dumb. Like, I truly think Batman movies, like any Batman movie, could be made better by like bringing back that Arnold like that Mr.
Specifically Arnold Schwarzenegger as
I am strong.
Like that would be
Mr.
incredible.
Freeze. Oh yeah. I want to see a Dark Knight plus Arnold
Exactly.
Schwarzenegger.
Like I want that sort of seriousness, but with like the goofiest possible villain, and like that, like it's just so incredible to have to like deal with that when you're trying to be a serious hero who saves the world, and the enemy is like not like the Joker, but just like an asshole who just says really bad jokes.
On this list of worst movies of all time, top 10, can you guess the newest movie on this list?
The Fortnite movie.
The newest movie?
Yeah.
Is like Angry Birds.
No. It's Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
Oh, okay. I can't disagree. I don't think I ever saw that one, but I saw like the first two Transformer movies, and I can definitely say that they should be on that list.
Yeah.
Is The Hobbit anywhere on that list?
No, it's not.
I don't think The
'Cause that was at
Hobbit
least
is
produced well.
the same. Yeah, it's bad in that it wasn't true to the book, but it's not bad in that it was horrid cinematography or anything.
Yeah.
Manos, the Hands of Fate.
This shall not stop.
So I'm playing as the king now. So that's
Be
cool.
gone.
Ooh, I know. Jingle All the Way.
What
Except
is
that one's just bad and then more bad. Jingle All the Way is the Arnold Schwarzenegger Christmas
You've
movie.
told me about this one, but I haven't seen it.
So is it supposed to be pronounced Jingle All the Way, or is it supposed to be pronounced like...
Jingle All the Way!
yeah, like that.
No, it's Jingle All the Way. Workaholic Arnold Schwarzenegger wants to make things up to his son and wife. He promises to get his son the hottest toy of the season, Turbo Man, even though it's Christmas Eve and the toy is practically sold out. As he hunts down the elusive gift, he runs into a mailman, another mailman Myron, another father on the same quest. With the clock winding down, his moral code is tested as he starts to learn the real meaning of Christmas.
That's a weird sentence to say, right?
Tested as he starts to learn the meaning of Christmas.
Be gone.
Yep.
I mean, I know when I think about Christmas, my moral code gets tested.
It's a incredibly cringy movie.
I mean, most Christmas movies are, I think.
This shall not stop.
Yeah.
Certainly that one more so, obviously.
Home Alone is annoying because as a kid you watch it and it's like, oh, his family sucks. Oh, that's cool how he's by himself. But watching it as an adult, you're just like, where are the responsible adults?
Yeah, where's Call Defects?
Where are any adults worth anything in this movie?
The old man's pretty cool.
The old man is pretty cool.
The old man is pretty cool.
every single one of us like, the old man is pretty cool.
Yeah, creepy old man, absolutely.
And Brenda Fricker for the second movie, she was cool too. And Tim Curry was there for some reason.
Uh-huh. And Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was unnecessary.
It's weird though. He's the first person in a Home Alone movie to be impeached twice.
Yeah. And is possibly currently under investigation again.
Yep.
Is it that weird?
No.
Who else in Home Alone movies would you expect to get impeached twice and under investigation again?
I don't know, maybe the bandits
Tim
who
Curry?
are attempting to murder a child?
Possibly Tim Curry. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be real.
That man is wild. I
Tim
love him.
Curry is a man that I cannot believe has not been shown to be like super problematic. I have nothing to back up why I think he like would be. It's not that I think he would. It's just like comparative to a lot of normal people, he just seems closer to that.
You know, I have
He
seen
played
Birdemic.
You play seen what?
Birdemic.
Birdemic. God damn it.
Birdemic, Shock and Terror.
Which is just the birds, but like a different movie. It's like the same idea.
Yeah. I the natural disaster horror films have a place in my heart. It's not a warm or good place in my heart.
So like Sharknado?
They're in there. I haven't seen Sharknado yet, but my mom swears by all three of them.
You haven't seen the most natural horror, natural disaster film in the world?
No, but I have seen Mega Shark versus Crocosaurus, and what's the other
haven't
one?
seen any of these. I feel like you're missing.
Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. I have not seen Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark yet, though. One that my brother has suggested that they unfortunately never did, because I think it would be a fair match for Mega Shark, is Mega Shark versus Lobster of equal size.
Is that the name of the character? Is Lobster of equal size?
Lobster of equal size, yes.
Yeah.
The
Oh gosh,
lobster
there's
that's
Mega
as
Shark
big as
versus
Mega Shark?
Colossus?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Colossus from X-Men?
No. It appears to be a robot that looks like the Titans from Attack on Titan.
I am stronger than ever before.
So just a big guy.
Yeah. But like slightly
commendable
robot-y.
achievement.
They came out in 2015. Oh gosh, there's another one coming out to be announced, but it has a title already. Mega Shark versus Moby Dick.
I was really hoping it would just be like Mega Shark versus you. And you just don't know if when you walk into that theater it'll be the last movie you see. Wow, that it's versus Moby Dick, who's done basically nothing wrong with his entire life ever.
Yeah.
Nor did he ever want to be a threat.
No. Just living his life.
But you know, that's the way of humanity.
What, would you try to
Something
fuck up
is
anything
living-
else?
Yeah, something is living where it has been forever peacefully.
Something is
Let's
living
go.
where it is supposed to.
Dispossess it.
And then get
That's
mad when
never
it fights
happened
back.
to creatures, other humans.
Yep. Creatures. The ones that aren't human. Uh-huh. Yeah. Now I can wear a beret. For some reason.
Fighting.
I'm gonna do it because it looks bad.
Excellent.
That's how I do some of my characters in games occasionally. In Destiny, I kind of
You go back and
go
forth.
in a... I have a wheel of like 3 different designs I do. I like the like really clean white, like silver, goldish, like really nice and clean and fancy looking. And then occasionally I'll switch that for just like super dark of the same kind of thing. Like still clean, but like really dark and like sneaky. And then I switch to the grossest colors you could possibly combine with the worst ornaments to make myself gaudy and horrible on the eyes. And then I'll go back to the But I do like that time when I'm just causing, I'll go into PvP, and while I might not be good enough to get a whole bunch of kills, I am causing damage to the other team.
Yeah, you're causing damage, like, to the player.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna do that again, because sometimes I would just do random shaders and stuff. But it was the ones I had excess of because I didn't like to use. But now that we don't just keep them on hand, then I'll do patch them.
What? Well, I was gonna say something that you're gonna immediately
Okay, was it that sentence?
Amiibos are a mistake.
Yeah, obviously. I probably wouldn't hate them so much if Nintendo didn't have such poor, like, ability to, like, keep them stocked.
Doesn't Pier like it?
Pier loves Amiibos and he shouldn't. That's why he's not part of the show anymore. It's not why.
Too bad he's not here to, like, defend them.
I like to think we fired him for that, even though he quit voluntarily.
Yeah, I just noticed it.
I let you go 1, 2, 3, or yet you go.
I appreciate the message. I'm actually not very good at this game, but I like to think I sometimes am okay at it.
What was I saying? Oh, the thing about amiibos is that they could be so easily fixed. Cause like, you don't have to have an amiibo to play a game. Like, all the games you can play without amiibos. That's fine. But the problem is when you have things like Breath of the Wild, where you have like 7 different amiibos that you can use with it, and each one of them, when you use it in the game, gives you a chest full of unique items.
Yeah.
So, if you want those unique items, which you do not at all need in order to beat the game, or even, like, succeed particularly at the game. But if you want them, because they're cool, you have to have those amiibos.
Yeah, you know what else you have to have an amiibo to get?
Like DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I agree, it's like DLC, except for the fact that,
I can't just buy the DLC online.
yeah, when I'm playing Kingdoms of Amalur non-re-reckoning, I can still go and buy DLC afterwards. Like, today I can go do that.
Yeah, you could buy it and then start playing it.
Yeah.
I can't go to online and purchase the amiibo online and immediately begin playing it, because it's an amiibo, and that's not how it works.
Yeah, and like, I can't even go, hey, I really like Breath of the Wild. I want to go get the Majora's Mask amiibo because hey, that's sold out. Because they
they sell out. Okay.
they produced 3,000 of them, and that was it. And those amiibos were sold, and then they're gone, and then they'll never be replaced. Like they will never be sold again. So there's just 3,000 of them sitting there out in the world. So only 3,000 people will get to play the full version.
I didn't realize they did a limited
Yeah.
version.
You know what else? Like, I think this is the one that actually kills amiibos the most for me, is that there is a specific thing in this game, or in Breath of the Wild, that you need an amiibo to get, and it's Epona. You know, the horse that's been a mainstay in a lot of Zelda games.
Yep.
You can find...
Epona is tied to...
Which is weird,
Yeah.
because Zelda's horse is a horse you can find in the world. Ganon's horse is also findable in the world. Not Epona. You gotta have DLC, but physical for that.
Yeah. And I don't have a problem with the concept of amiibos. I have a problem with the execution of amiibos. Cause like, I get it. Figures are cool.
Yeah.
Like, I personally, I would love to have a Banjo-Kazooie amiibo. Because I love Banjo-Kazooie. Like, that would just be a fun thing I'd have. I don't have any games that he'd work with, aside from, I guess, Smash. But, like, I don't want it for that. I want it because it's just a cool collectible.
Yeah, that's the thing is, most of the time we want amiibos, we don't really want the amiibo, we want just a figure of them.
Yeah,
The
we
RFID
want
chip-
Samus Aran's sexy Zero Suit ass.
I do have that one. My wife gave it to me.
I'm pretty sure I knew that.
I was gonna say, I'm glad that you did know that, because if you had just, like, no-scoped me like that, that would be one of the worst feelings in the world.
But, you know, like, that is fine. Like, you want a figure, that makes sense. Like, they sell figures. The fact that they went ahead and like, gave it a little bit of extra functionality, cool. Except for the fact that there's limited runs. And I get it, like, limited runs exist to drive demand. Also, like, it's cool having it's a collectible instead of just, you know, everyone can do it. But there's a really, really simple fix for this that Nintendo already has.
Is it the cards?
It's the cards!
Yep.
What?
Turns out, it's just a little microchip in the bottom of the thick plastic
It's basically
figure.
an RFID
That's
chip.
it. It's a tiny, tiny little microchip that also fits in cards. Like, you can get a playing card size thing. It's a little bit thicker. It's got the chip in it. You tap it, it does the exact same thing. We know this works because Nintendo's already done it.
Yeah, because there's like 800 Animal Crossing villagers, and they can't possibly make figures for them, but they made cards for like most of them, I think.
Yeah. And do you know what would be really cool is if, like, hey, we know that you like these Breath of the Wild things, but you can't afford to go out. You know, it's not worth it. It's not worth going out and getting all 7 or 8 of the amiibos that you need for this game. How about Nintendo just has like a collectible card pack, like a Magic the Gathering booster pack, and you can buy the Breath of the Wild one, and it just has the cards. Not even like randomized it. They'll do that because, you know, they can get more money out of that, and they're shitty. But
Yeah.
you could just, hey, I'd like the Breath of the Wild cards, so I'm just gonna go online, find the pack, buy it, have it shipped to my house, and now I have all the amiibos, technically, functionally. That's it. It's all you need.
Yeah.
And you know what? People will do that.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's like I can't even say anything because you got it. Like, that's exactly what's so frustrating about it. It's like, it's easy to do. It doesn't do each thing doesn't do a lot for you, but it does a unique thing for you. And that's where it starts being like, well, why did you do it? So like if it just gave you like, so like in Breath of the Wild, you can scan any amiibo. And even like if it's not one of these specific ones, it just drops you like a handful of items. Cool. Random food and
it
things.
drops you like some apples and stuff.
Neat.
Yeah.
If that's just what they did, but like the like Zelda specific ones dropped you like a specific grouping of items that you could already find in the world, neat. They are thematic, and that makes me feel good. But when it's unique items that I can't get, I'm not paying you for that functionality. Like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Especially
like, you know, if it was like you scan Donkey Kong and you get some apples, you scan
excuse me, bananas.
the Guardian. No. That's too much effort to program in to be bananas.
Well, I mean, I think it's not too much effort because that should be the only one you care about.
And then you scan in like a Guardian from Breath of the Wild, and it gives you the Guardian bits and bobs, like, or maybe like one of the ancient swords.
They can even do like you can scan it once a day, and it gives you a random Guardian like piece or whatever, so that like there's a chance you can get the like big cores that are like really hard to get. Like, oh cool, there's like, it makes me want to do it several times or like every day.
Yeah.
Cool. That made me actually like want to care about it a little bit.
But still something you could get in game.
Yeah.
But no, the Majora's Mask one gives you a unique clothing, if I remember correctly.
Maybe. I don't remember. Because I know you can actually find Majora's Mask in the game.
Yeah, but it gives you the fierce deity.
Oh, well, fuck.
Armor.
That's significantly cooler.
Absolutely, yeah.
Ugh, the fierce deity link, I cannot believe they haven't ever used it again. That is the coolest link of all time.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. It's very frustrating.
I remember seeing like people talking about, or like the developers talking about Breath of the Wild and why they didn't give Link his like traditional green outfit with the cap. And I think they said something along the lines of like, we were running out of ways to make it look cool. Just use fierce deities again. Just do that. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Literally possibly one of the best designs of any Zelda like character ever, and it's cool that it's Link, but amazing.
Yeah. The reason I brought this up is because I just saw another news article that for The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, there is a single amiibo that can be used for it, and it is the Zelda and Loftwing amiibo figure, which has been sold out for years. Like, it's not a new one, it's an old one that you cannot possibly find it on shelves.
Like, if amiibos were something that they had thought about, like, years ago, when they only had a couple IPs that they had to care about, they could probably, like, have figured it out by now. But because, like, at this point, they're like, okay, here's an amiibo for Zelda, except that, like, there's an amiibo for, like, multiple Zeldas, because there are different Zelda designs based on the games. So, you know, that's a thing to think about now, when you see a game and want to figure out a good amiibo to use for it. Which Zelda is it?
Yeah. Because you'd think that they'd just make it simple, and Zelda is Zelda.
Yeah.
But no.
At this point, I'm just like I would not ever want to get an amiibo. I would just rather get like a Nindroid or just any really good, actually well-made like figures that are like fun and interesting. Yeah. Notice how I did not say Funko Pop, by the way.
No, I you know what? I didn't notice because I don't notice Funko Pop.
Good. I think Funko Pop, Funko Pop's art style occasionally works very well with some characters, and I think that's neat. But that's it. That's all. That's the best I got, I think.
Yeah. Heads all made.
Eyes black and soulless like a doll's eyes.
Yeah. I do not own any Funko Pops. I do not see a problem.
I don't. I'm assuming I own some. There's like we have like a shelf in our office that like has Funko Pops on them, but I don't think. No, I do not own any of the ones in here. If I do own any, I don't know where they're at.
Like, I've walked past things and I've been like, oh, cool, it's Destiny. That's ugly, I don't want it. Like, I spend money on Destiny. Like, I've got things from Destiny. I've got collectible figures and stuff. But
you have the like ghost figure or whatever.
Yep. Actually, Tim gave that to me a couple years back. But yeah, I don't care. I like good-looking things.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, I would rather get like a Nindroid or like any of the like really nice model companies that have like been making very good models for a long time.
Do you think that Funko Pops are the new what are they called? The little stuffed animals.
Beanie Babies?
Yes. Do you think Funko Pops are the new Beanie Babies?
No, because like Beanie Babies have like a specific function and how like much of a fad they were. I don't think anybody like lost a comically large amount of money for their family in thinking that buying Funko Pops would become like they would be rich because of it. But that was a thing that happened a lot with Beanie Babies.
A lot, yeah. I'm willing to bet that people are out there hoarding Funko Pops because they think that eventually they can turn it into something.
Oh, I mean, undoubtedly so. But I don't think it's any more than like a
Probably not as many as there were with the Beanie Babies.
yeah, or like I don't think there's that many more compared to like other collector items from like now.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I will say they are the worst sequel to Beanie Babies.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll grant you that. They're definitely the worst sequel to Beanie Babies.
I mean, at least Beanie Baby had its own like group of characters that they created. Instead of Funko Pop, that's just like we only have characters from other things.
Yeah.
Also, all of them are top heavy and they will break if they fall over.
Yeesh.
Actually, they don't really break that much when they fall over, but so like a lot of them have extreme difficulty staying up, and that's even with the like base that they send you to put it on.
Yeah.
Hi.
Well, I've realized that collectibles that don't come pre-attached to a stand don't stay well at all.
No.
Like, I've got a Malcolm Reynolds action figure, collectible action figure from Firefly, and it's cool. It does not stand up well.
No.
It does not sit down well.
Yeah, at the very least, like, if they aren't pre-attached to a stand, they should be the kind that have, like, the, like, boom arm connected to them that
Yeah.
you can, like, pose them with. Because even though that's detachable, they stay well.
Like, I don't know how well Pierre's models do on their own.
I
But
would
pretty sure they all.
I
Pretty
would
sure they all
hazard
come with boon arms.
yeah, and I would hazard a guess that they
Yeah.
like they are made to do very well with like what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're better than my Malcolm Reynolds, actually.
Probably. Gunpla tends to like I think pride itself on being very good in those kinds of respects.
Yeah. Alright. How close are you to finishing a thing?
I'm actually like on the main map right now.
Oh.
I was about to start a level, so you caught me in time this time.
Nice. Yeah, it's time.
Any more shotguns? No, okay. Cool. Oh, that was fun.
Alright. Yeah.
Yep.
Next week it'll probably be a little different, because I had another plan for next week, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I had something special planned. I don't remember. I'm tired.
Yeah. You went to
I
the
got
doctor
4 hours of
today.
sleep last night.
You've lost a lot of blood.
It's true. I couldn't even get it back.
Nope.
Still think you should just be like, I'd like it back. If you're not gonna, if I have to pay for it, then like, just give me my blood.
I don't think
Like,
that would work.
we do have a plan for next week. We're gonna be doing something a little different. So,
That's
join us-
exciting.
join us next Thursday
For the new thing.
for some new hot garbage.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever remember what it is.
I do. It's in Discord.
Yep, it's a very sim.
That's
idea.
right. Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good stress.
It's gonna be fun.
Very, very chill. Definitely did not signal to anybody what you could mean.
Nope. All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.